This is Umar for BoxNation. We're in London at the launch press conference for Cacace v Wood, May 10th in Nottingham, live on DAZN. Just press conference after these days, Frank.
It is. We're very busy, but they're good press conferences, aren't they? Press conferences about really good quality fights, and I'm certainly looking for this one on the 10th of May in Nottingham.
Yeah, sure. A lot's happened in the last week, and we'll kind of recap it from Chisora's epic win to the heavyweight card that you announced for April. But let's start with Cacace Wood. That's why we're here today. This is a fight fan's dream. Two guys who are very good boxers, but also brutal punchers, and hopefully they meet in the middle and we get a classic, Frank.
I'm really convinced that's what will happen with this one. It is a good fight, as you said, Umar. They got styles that will blend, and it will be, you'll always get a good fight out of Anton and out of Leigh. You're guaranteed that. And he'll obviously want to be getting revenge for his fellow Irishman, who Leigh beat, was it Conlon?
Conlon, yeah.
So he's looking forward to that. And it's a fight he really wanted. He really wanted it, and so did Leigh, and they both got their wishes. But it will gel, and I think we get a real cracking fight out of it.
Just spoke to Leigh and he said, yeah, obviously I don't want to be involved in another sort of bloodbath. He's had many, but he says it's inevitable at times me and Anto are going to meet in the middle.
Yeah, neither of them are going to give ground, are they? That's for sure. And and it's a crucial fight for both of them. It's a very, very crucial fight for both of them. So at this stage of their careers, so they'll give everything, and it's a blinding card. I mean, the undercard's stacked as well. We've got some fantastic fights on there.
With Anto, been on a great run, Joe Cordina, Josh Warrington. If he can do this with a big task against Leigh Wood, he's putting himself as pound for pound Britain's top fighter.
He's breaking everybody's hearts, isn't he? That's what he's doing. He's winning his fights. He's showing what he's all about. I've said it a few times to you. It's taken a bit of a while for him to finally, really knuckle down and show the world what he's about, and he's done that. And look at the results what he's getting. That's what it's that. If you're serious, if you give it 100%, you get returns. He's always been a very, very talented fighter, and now he's got some direction, and involved in some seriously good fights.
I should say Britain and Ireland's pound for pound fighters. He's from Belfast, but
yeah.
I'm not going to go down the whole political route with it. I'm not too sure on it, but we'll just cover ourselves there. Frank, tickets for this, tickets for the April 5th card with Manchester. And obviously you got your Glasgow one with Taylor Essam, and you believe all of them potentially could sell out?
Yeah, definitely. They're good quality, and we're taking the shows around the country, take them to the arenas in the cities, and I'm very, very confident. And we've got some more that we'll be announcing in the next few weeks in other cities, which I'm really looking forward to.
I'm sure all three will be very good atmospheres, but this one for me with Anto's crowd coming down from Belfast. Leigh's got an amazing support in Nottingham.
Yeah, he's got a great fan.
It's going to be raucous in there.
Well, he told me he'll sell the whole place out on his own. But it's going to be, the atmosphere should be tremendous.
Okay, just to recap on what's happened in the last week. So that presser you had for April 5th, the heavy impact card, it's gone down like a treat for fight fans. Are you just pleased with that whole announcement, Frank?
I am. It's a really good fight card. I mean, those the two big fights on them are fantastic fights, fantastic heavyweight fights, well matched, and the rest of the card, and Delicious as well, making his debut. It's brilliant.
For anyone who's saying that the main event between Dillian and Joe is a bit of an expired fight, what would your response be to that?
Fight?
Like a two expired heavyweights, sort of right at the end.
Yeah, look, we've said it. I said it when we announced it. These are two guys at coming to the tail end of their career, their ages. I mean, that's what it is. And one will go on and one won't. That's what it is. They're fighting for their careers. They're fighting for their existence in boxing, fighting for their place at the top table.
I didn't know how it was going to go at the press conference with Dillian, who's such a character. Joe is not so much of a character in his own way, but it actually gelled quite well. Dillian was giving him a bit, and it just worked well, actually, those two.
It did, and there's respect between the two of them. That's what I like about it. They respect each other. It's good.
Yeah. And with a Coley and Riakporhe, there was no jokes there.
No. I didn't know about all that back the backstory with them. But yeah,
It's
adds a bit of
intense.
spice to it, doesn't it? Yeah, no.
What was that face-off like between them two?
It was good. Yeah, I mean, neither of them wanted to break off first. That's why I said come on, face to front. But yeah, there's no love lost there. That's definitely going to be a fight, isn't it?
Frank, it's a natural fight to make the winner of White Joyce v the winner of a Cody Riakporhe. Is that something you could do?
Yeah, we got. I mean, there's lots of permutations we can make. The good thing about it is that they're under our umbrella, so these fights are much easier to make.
These are two big ifs, but if Dillian and Lawrence come through, there's a lot of needle there, actually. They've got previous. Lawrence has said, I want that fight next. I want Dillian White. They actually shook hands at the press conference as well in front of everyone and sort of agreed a next fight if they come through.
Well, it makes it easier for us to make then, doesn't it? It shouldn't be a problem, that one. It's a no-brainer.
I do like it in this card, though, that there's quite a few backstories, even though the guys who aren't fighting each other.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? You look at, who gets on with who doesn't like who, and all the little stories. Makes it more interesting, stirs the pot a bit, and gives it a bit of spice.
And Adelaide TKV is that one who's really going to break through next, the winner of that, onto that big stage.
Yeah, well, that's what it's about. I was telling these people yesterday, David, I said, this is the level he's at, and he wants to get to the big table. These are the fights he's got to win, and he's got to win them in style.
Right, Frank, Alexander Usyk spoke to Sky Sports just previously yesterday, actually. He's in London, and he said he wants 2 more fights, the winner of Dubois Parker, which we could have kind of guessed, but he wants 1 more. This is something I didn't think I'd be asking you at all, but Derek Chisora has thrown his name in the hat, rather. Has there been any conversations with Del since his fight?
I've spoken to him a couple of times, but I haven't spoken about a fight. Just talked to him, he called me, I called him, and when I get back from Riyadh, we're going to get together.
Okay. Do you think that's realistic, him and Usyk in a rematch?
Listen, I didn't think it was realistic he'd still be fighting. But it is, and he's got himself into a position now where he's a mandatory for one of the titles.
Yeah. What do you think about Usyk wanting to carry on for 2 more fights?
Why he wants to carry on? Yeah, I'm sure he wants to carry on. He feels he's still got a lot of juice left in the tank. So I'm sure he'll want to get out sometime in the autumn, and that's not a problem because whoever he's going to fight, he's going to have to come to us to do it, and we can work and we work very well together. So no problem there. Not a problem at all in making a fight.
Okay.
And it adds a lot of spice again to the fight that's taking place on the 22nd in Riyadh. Daniel and Joe Parker is a cracker of a fight. So, again, wouldn't that be great? A unification fight after that.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot going on there in the heavyweight division. Someone we haven't had any news on is Moses Atalma. Are we getting something soon?
You will be. You'll be getting something next week.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. And the same with Fabio?
Same with Fabio.
Okay. Frank, just a couple of more things. Is there any update on Dennis McCann?
No. In fact, I had a conversation with his barrister today. At the moment, it's all confidential, and we'll see where we go with it.
Okay. Last one. I've not actually spoke to you since Canelo Alvarez and Riyadh Season of Excellency agreed a 4-fight deal. Now, this could actually have implications for one of your guys who's got a massive fight against Carlos Adames next Saturday. If he comes through that, do you think we see Canelo Shiraz at some point, whether it's end of this year, next year, in with Canelo?
If he comes through it, and it's a tough fight, but I believe he can do it. If he comes through it, he will be in one of those fights.
Hamza, yeah?
Yep.
Wow, okay. Well, probably not this year because I think he's lined up to fight Crawford in September in Vegas. Yeah. But 2026, that would be some story. I mean, the fact that Hamza didn't have any sort of amateur pedigree, you moved him, quite quick. He's got to win this world title fight. But if you can deliver him a Canelo Alvarez fight, that's the stuff of dreams.
Well, we could have done it actually last year. We were offered it. We were
too
offered
early.
The fight. Yeah, I felt it was too early.
Okay. How are you feeling about Hamza next week?
I'll let you know. Oh, what about that fight? As I said, it's a very tough fight, but I believe he can do it. But he's in a tough fight. I mean, it's a great fight card on the 22nd. That Riyadh season fight card is unbelievable.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Frank, great that you've got that 3 fight schedule sorted with DAZN so far, but you've just said that's April and May, so there's a lot more to come.
A lot more to come.
Thank you, Frank.
Pleasure.